Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Also, if you're into swimwear reviews, keep watching. And I mean, swimwear is kind of activewear, right? Because today I have a swimwear review. I've actually done quite a lot this year already. But of course, you know, it's summer. It's time for taking a dip in the water. I do prefer the natural bodies of water like lakes and oceans and seas and that kind of stuff. But I know that some people prefer pools, so you know, you do you. But it's getting warm. It is already warm, to be fair. And yeah, it's time for more swimwear. Last year, I did review the first ever swimwear collection that Popflex Active did. Popflex Active is the brand that was founded by YouTuber Cassie Ho, Blogilatus. And she's been, you know, she was big with like workout videos. I don't think she's done any in years at this point. And she has Popflex Active and they do a lot of activewear and like lifestyle pieces. And they don't really do collections. It's mainly like, oh, boom, look, we have a skirt. Boom, we have a dress. Boom, we have a jumper. So like every week there is like new pieces, but it's not really, you know, like a collection theme, which is, you know, why I prefer the collection themes for some reason. I just, especially like if you ship to Europe, they, you know, it costs shipping costs. And if you have to buy something new every week or like, you know, you're like, oh, I like this piece. I'm not going to order for one piece because the shipping is still outrageously expensive. So, you know, I'd wait to accumulate stuff that I want to try. And then usually by that time, you know, things are sold out again. So that format doesn't work so well if you're not living in the US. You know, where you can also return things easily. So yeah, there's that. And I have recently done all the Popflex Active pieces video collections, a video. So like a whole review of that. And I'm going to link that up here. So if you have some hours to spare, it's not, to be fair, it's not as long as the Buff Bunny collection one, but it is pretty long. You can go check that out, and I basically go through all the Popflex collections from the very start of Popflex Active because that was basically my first kind of like non-Nike Adidas activewear brand. Like, you know, not just Nike and Adidas, but like also like the other like more typical original activewear brands that I purchased from, and they've changed quite a lot, like from the styles that they used to do and like the uniqueness. I feel like it's not as unique anymore. And not like we don't get any pretty prints. They used to have like really pretty prints. And yeah, like I've kind of like lost a little bit of interest. And also like my like thoughts about Cassie as a person have also changed. So this is the, you know, but like this is not the video to talk about this. I want to review their second swimwear collection because yes, last year we got swim for the first time. And I'm going to link that video up here as well so you can go check that out because we actually do have a lot of pieces coming back. So I think most of the pieces that they launched last year also came back this year. So a lot of the pieces from this year's swim collection are the same as last year's, just different colors and a different print. And there's a few new pieces. So I tried to get like some other pieces that I didn't try last year. But, you know, in case you feel like, oh, there's a piece that you wanted me to review for this year's swim collection, go check out that older video from last year and see if I reviewed that piece there. Because if you're looking for the long sleeve, for example, I'm going to insert a picture. The long sleeve here, that came out in a print last year and I reviewed that last year. And it's just I don't have a lot of use for a long sleeve piece. And, you know, I bought all these pieces myself. So I have to pick things that I know I'm going to wear and going to get use out of. So this is why that is. And then, of course, with Popflex Active, I usually have to pay import fees as well. And I'm quite annoyed because here in Finland, I have to do the declaration myself. And the post office never sends me this little piece. This tells you how much they declared. What is the value they declared? And the value they declare on the outside of the package sometimes differs from the value, like, or from what you purchased the items for. So since I didn't get this one, UPS sends it to me, but the post office doesn't. I can only declare what I paid for it, which was much more than was declared. And I could have saved some tax money, you know, some import fee money. And that's why I'm kind of annoyed. But I have reached out to companies before and asked them what they declared on the package. So just a tip in case you live in a country where you have to declare it yourself and the post office doesn't send you the declaration here, just go and email the company and ask them what they declared because they should know what they declared on the outside of this package. But yes, and then I saw this sticker here, and this one I've never seen before. So this is in German because apparently, like, for some reason the German post forwards this. I don't know why, but it goes through Germany. And then this sticker here I've never ever seen before. And this is a little interesting. So this says that this is stuff that does not fulfill the requirements or Article 28 and 29 of the contract about the ways of working in the EU. So I don't know if this means that the way this is manufactured does not fulfill requirements. I think this is what it means. And I don't know what this means about, you know, where Popflex produces their things. I also don't know how they know this, but they obviously stuck this on there when it went through Germany and they relabeled the shipping label. So yeah, I have to kind of dig into this to see what this means, because I've never had this on any package. I've also never had this in a Popflex package, and I know that they have changed the manufacturers and where they produce stuff. Cassie was very proud of like producing their things in Vietnam, because she has Vietnamese origins as well. And like when Popflex started off, she was like, you know, she talked about how she went to the factory and like she was very happy to like, you know, produce things ethically. And then all of a sudden, without like any notice, anything, because she made such a big deal out of it, I would have expected to, you know, for her to update people about it. Like me and my friend, we noticed, okay, the quality kind of changed and it's not as good anymore. And then we realized the pieces were now made in China. And yeah, like I said, there was never any update about this. And it was kind of weird for her being so proud of producing things in Vietnam. And now I see the sticker and I'm like, did we go another level down? Like, what is happening? So I'm wondering if like this is something I should ask them about and just be like, hey, so what are you guys doing? But I'm also not sure if they would give an honest answer about it, right? But like, why would they go through the effort to stick the sticker on there? Also, if something does not fulfill the requirements of certain things in the EU, I'm surprised that you can still import it into the EU, right? So yeah, I'm a little puzzled about this. But if I find anything out about this, I can put it on the screen or I'll put it in like a pinned comment down below, because I think it is kind of important to think about how things are manufactured these days, you know? So I am curious and I will see if I can find anything out before this video comes out. But nevertheless, let's just get into this. I'm gonna unpack this now, rip open this package, and we can see. All right. Check if I missed anything in there, but I don't think so. Oh no, there's stickers. All right, we got her dog on a sticker here. This is Sir George the Magnificent. That is Cassie Ho's dog. And we also do have a little card from their swim collection. So this is like a little mesh dress that I didn't get because I don't know where I'd wear it. So I was like, yeah, nah. But it has like some mermaid-esque flowiness to it and a big slit. And here's a whole text on the back, which I can try to read, and I'll try to read it very fast. And if you don't want to read it, just skip ahead a few seconds. The longer light, the warmer nights, the quiet breeze whispering against my sea-sprayed skin. Summer. It's my favorite season of the entire year, and to celebrate, let's go put on our swimsuits and play in the water without a nip-slip care in the world. I'm so excited to present to you the 2024 Popflex Swim Collection, which features our most inclusive cup range yet. Whether you're an A-cup girly, like me, like A or small b, who wants all the lift she can get, or a G-cup goddess who's been dreaming of proper coverage and support, I got you. I got you, not I got you out, I got you, or whatever, I got you. I know how upsetting it is to look forward to wearing a new swimsuit only to be let down by the way your bikini pulls and pinches in all the wrong places. There's just no time to waste on bad fits. Every moment of your summer needs to be savored. We spent the last year working directly with women from our community who came into our fit room and tested hundreds of bra cup iterations alongside our technical design team. Rest assured that no design is ever released until the women testing them are truly happy with the fit. I hope you feel amazing in your new swimsuit. Now let's go have a sparkling summer. Cassie. So like this font is really hard to read. Oh, sorry. But like, it's just like, who invented this font? Like, why would you do that? And then there's like some pictures of the swim collection. So there's 4 different colors. We got black and white, and that's a ribbed fabric. And then we got a dark green and a nice like kind of pinkish print. So of course, I'm not super into like black or white. I had to get the colors. And I didn't get the one piece, which also comes in like a more cheeky version, a more full coverage version, just because I don't reach for one pieces that often. It's just how it is. But yeah, I did get 2 different bikini sets basically, but you can mix and match freely the different tops and the different bottoms that they have. They also do have a more full coverage bottom that's kind of like a little surf short, and then they also do have like a very cheeky bottom, and I think I got kind of the 2 in between. And there was a few different tops. Like I said, the long sleeve one, if you want to see that, you can just go and check out my last year, the video of the 2023 swim collection, because I reviewed it there and it's basically the exact same. But let's start with the, I want to start with the top. And we'll start with a dark green. So this is the Boardwalk Bombshell Bikini top. Now, I am not the biggest fan of like bra cups and like bra cup bikini tops, but I figured I should try it. And this one comes in 3 different cup sizes, I believe. So I got A to C, which is already like a big range. And I did get this one an extra small just because it's adjustable, and like I really have a small chest, so I was like, I'm not gonna get my normal small, I'm gonna size down in this. And let's see. This is the dark green color, by the way. Like I said, this color is called Bistro Green. And it is a nice dark green. This looks tiny. Just like, I mean, I hope it works. But you can see that there's adjustability here in the back, right? And it's stretchy as well. But the cup size at least look kind of okay. I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. I'm not sure. But we'll see. And this has also an underwire. So just to let you know, we have also thick straps here. And this green is nice. I like it. It is a ribbed fabric. You can see that here, the little ribs. And yeah, you have like the cups here. You have like a little bit of a thing. and the underwire here. And yeah, thicker straps, and then in the back it is adjustable because we have this little kind of corset-esque design. And you also do have a little Popflex metal logo here. It just says Popflex, yeah, but it kind of looks a little bit luxurious, right? And all in all, you know, like I said, stretchy, but like definitely has some form of structure to it. And like on the inside, we do have this really, really nice print. Why don't we get this? Like, I wouldn't mind a print like this for swimwear, right? That could look nice. And then you can also see on the inside here that we do have a little bit of a silicone lining here to keep things in place, I assume, which is not a bad idea. And then you also do have some metal detailing here at the end of those, the strings here, and it also has a little Popflex logo on it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's on there. And yeah, we also have some ruching here on the sides. Like I said, I got this in an extra small A to C cup. Extra small apparently stands for extra sunny. And we'll see if it was a good choice for me to size down. It's just like, you know, for me with my chest, like I'm always like, usually things are too big if I go for like cups in a thing, you know, it doesn't really work for me. And the material is 74% nylon and 26% spandex. And this is for the surface fabric and the lining, same thing here. And it says, please wash me cold and gently, then hang me to dry. Okay, and I don't like bleach. Thank you. And then heart, made in China, it says. And it says RN, and then there's a number. I wonder if that's, you know, something you can kind of follow up with. If that's going to help us solve the mystery of why there was a sticker on there. And then we have this cute little hang tag that I think looks, you know, really nice. And this one just says now just add water. There's a QR code, and then it just has the size on there again. But yes, I would say let's get it over with and let's see it on. All right, so this little top, I think maybe the small would have worked too, but I think the extra small is fine here because we have that little adjustability here in the back, so I could theoretically also make it a little bit wider. But now my small boobs are kind of like tucked in here. There's no gaping whatsoever. So I'm quite happy with how this fits here on the chest. Maybe like I always feel like these, because this is where the underwire is, I feel like this should always be a little bit further back. But then again, maybe I could have stuck with a small and it would have been fine. But now, you know, at least, like I said, no gaping whatsoever. I also do get a slight lift with this. You can kind of see that here. And we do have the thick straps. They're comfy and stretchy and everything. I just wish there was no underwear. Like the underwear, like it's not super like painful or anything, but it's just comfier without it, right? But yeah, I also like that, you know, I get a little bit of a lift here. We have good side boob coverage, I would say. And then of course, like this is kind of, you know, just like pushing up the girls and just letting them sit there. I'm actually very surprised at how well this fits now. Cause like I said, sometimes with like bra style tops, I can get a little bit of gaping. And we also do have a little like kind of seam situation here. And I mean, it, you know, cuts a little bit maybe in here, but like not to an extreme where you would see it obviously. And it's not painful. Again, like it's comfy enough, but like the underwear, of course, takes a little bit away from that comfort. That's just what it does. That is the underwear, the essence of an underwear. And then, as I already showed you in the bag, we do have this adjustability, this corset kind of inspired detail. So you can definitely like, there's a little bit more string left. You can make it a little bit wider. You can make it a little bit tighter. And what I will say is like now it fits comfortably, but it's a little bit hard to get this over the chest because the underwear is very solid, you know? But of course you can always like undo this and then just pull it over your head. Should make it much easier, but I'm just too lazy to undo this because then I also have to redo it. So I'd rather just keep it that way, you know? And then this is a very dark green. I mean, I like it. It's a nice forest green, but of course like it could also show up quite dark on camera. So just be aware it is a dark green and it's not the black. You probably see it in some of the, you know, depending on where I am, how close I am to the light. This is also definitely like not a long line situation, right? It's definitely like a shorter bikini top, but it keeps you tucked in. The straps, I feel like kind of could slide off the shoulder a little bit. So just be aware of that depending on how wide your shoulders are, because they sit quite far out, which I personally like. I think that looks nice, but it could maybe lead to them kind of sliding off your shoulder a little bit more easily. But like even then you just can pull them back up. It's not like the whole thing is going to fall off if that happens. So just making you aware. And support wise, I would say it's more just a light support, but definitely a little bit more supportive than some other bikini tops that I've tried before. But I've also had more supportive ones, but this one is also one that kind of, you know, showcases the goods. So there's that. And I like the ribbed material. I think it feels quite nice. And yeah, actually better than I expected. I will say that. But let's move on. All right, matching bottoms. I got the high waist sculpt bikini bottom in Bistro Green in a size medium. So this is, I think, the more covering of the bottoms that I got, I think. Like I said, there was a few different options. I feel like there was one option more than last year, or maybe two. I feel like last year they had like 3 different bottoms. Now maybe it was like 5. But well, these look really high-waisted for sure. Also, I didn't realize that they dip lower in the back. Maybe it's different when you put them on. Maybe like then it's, but like it's weird. I've never seen this before. Interesting. A little Popflex logo here. Again, this is the Bistro Green, like I already said. We have some seams at the edges here, but you know, seems fine. Seems stretchy enough, I think. Again, the liner is the pattern. Like they could have just done a reversible thing here. I feel like it's like, why not wear this on the outside? I mean, like the ribbed, I'm not sure if I want that against my skin, but like, you know, I mean, this looks kind of pretty. Like it would have been really nice to have like a reversible thing here, right? I don't know. I like prints for like swimwear. I think it's nice. And now also because my butt usually eats the bikini bottoms, when this folds over, you can kind of see the print. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I mean, it's a nice gesture maybe. You know, but like these look really high-waisted. They also do have like a, guess somewhat decent high leg cut. And then in the bag, like I said, they dip a little bit lower. We have the logo. We have a seam here in the middle. And then I guess somewhat of a mid coverage here. You'll see how it looks on, but I definitely didn't have those last year. Like this is not the bikini bottom that I got last year. So I think this one must be a newer one. And yeah, I like the green still. And let's just see it on. Onto our bottoms here. They're actually super comfy. I am surprised. So they're high-waisted, but like you can still see a little bit of my belly button, but I also do have a long torso. We have quite good coverage here, and it's not like super high-legged for sure. Like it could be a little bit more maybe, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. I think it still looks good. It still looks flattering. The seams aren't harsh at all. And then in the back, it is not full coverage. It's a little bit cheeky, but not too much. And then this little V, what we had there, kind of, you know, straightens out a little bit. You have that metal Popflex logo there. And overall, like super, super comfy. And I have not really any complaints here. So this is like a really good high-waisted bikini bottom without like being too covering in the back. I think this is like an optimal cheeky amount. Like this is, I'd feel comfy wearing this with anyone going to the beach with my grandparents, basically, you know. I think this is like a perfectly acceptable coverage for that. Some people might disagree, but you know, like I feel like this is basically, yeah, just a really good like high-waisted bottom if that's what you're looking for. And I think it looks flattering, very, very comfy. Could have a little bit more like tightness up here, but that's also where I have the smaller waist basically. And otherwise perfectly fine. Medium is my normal size for bikini bottoms, and it fits well because I've had size issues with Popflex items before, I will say that. But here with this one, no issues whatsoever, fits the way I expect. And yeah, you know what, because I showed you, right, that this one has the print on the inside. So I've seen someone like turn this around, like putting it on inside out. So I think I also want to try that and show that to you. Because I'm not sure how it's going to feel having this like ribbed material up against the skin. So we'll see, but I'm just going to show that to you. But yeah, otherwise ribbed material feels super nice. And then you have that like more sleek performance-y fabric, swimwear fabric feeling layer on the inside. And yeah, we're just going to see how it feels, and I'm going to let you know in a second. All right, having the ribbed material on the inside actually does not feel much different than having the other side on the inside. So that is interesting. I really expected this to be a little bit different. And I like that, you know, I kind of feel like it matches really well with like having one part like the pattern and the other part the solid color. I wish they had like made the bottoms to be like this. Because of course now you don't have the logo on this side, right? Like there's no logo now because the logo is on the inside here. I hope you can see it there. Because it's not meant to be reversed. But I mean, I feel like it definitely works. What are we thinking, right? Like, I think it's pretty good. Like, yes, the seams might be a little bit more obvious here, but I mean, that will be the case on any printed thing, right? You can kind of see them here. But like, it's not like the end of the world. If something like folds over, you're just going to see more dark green. So that's also not an issue. And yeah, I mean, I don't think this looks too bad, and it doesn't feel too uncomfortable. Surprisingly, so maybe this is actually secretly a reversible bottom. All right, so after the dark green, as I mentioned in the beginning, you know, they also had black and white, but I think that's always boring, you know, and black doesn't really look good on my skin tone. I think white also probably doesn't really look too good, so I went with the other color that they had, which was a print. And this is the Floral Haze color or colorway or print. And I got the Coastline cap sleeve bikini top in this. And now this one also looks kind of similar to the one we just saw and also to the other options that they have. So it's like just kind of slight changes to it. But this one I got in my normal size small because it doesn't have this bra cap cup situation. And here we go. So this is a little kind of, you know, thing. I thought the cap sleeves were kind of cute. You can also get it without the cap sleeves, by the way. Or like I said, with long sleeves. And then otherwise it looks very similar, I think. But yeah, they also just have a normal one, like where it's kind of like a bandeau, but you can attach straps. So they have straps that you can take off. And I had that from last year as well. So if you're interested in that piece, you can also check out last year's video. But that's why I was like, I want to try something else. So top-wise, I think we have this one. Then we have the two that I had tried last year, and then the one I showed you before in the dark green. But yes, so this is the Floral Haze color. It's kind of pretty. I'm usually not a pink girl, but like, you know, this is not just pink. It's also like a little bit of orange and like kind of like a watercolor print. And like I said, little cap sleeves kind of look cute. We have like more of a square neckline. You have removable cup pads in here, which we didn't have in the Bombshell top, which I think would have been nice to have. But yeah, removable cup pads, and then in the back you have the same adjustability situation here, the kind of the corset detailing that we had in the other top. So that stays the same. Yeah, so you can adjust it here. Stretchy still, you know. Material is probably also the same. Let me check if I can find it. Ah, here, yes. And yes, we have 74% nylon and 26% spandex, and it is lined with like, not the print, but like a lighter kind of pink color here. And it's like a bikini top with a, yeah, it's like a, you have this layer, and then on the inside you kind of have this shelf bra. Interesting. With the removable cup pads, and then there's some ruching here. I don't get it. It looks unnecessarily complicated, if I may say so. And yeah, you know, stretchy, thicker straps, yes. And then here we have the little hang tag again. It probably all still says just add water. And then S, or small, stands for sun-kissed. And yeah, we also have a little metal logo again, so this is the same for all the pieces as well in that collection. And I say, let's just see it on. All right, I was kind of worried how this would look on little pale old me. So what are we thinking? I think it works. I feel like though the straps, just like with the other bikini top, like they kind of like falling off the shoulders a little bit. And I don't know why that is. I don't think I have particularly narrow shoulders or anything. So it's interesting to note that they're not really doing any of the support. So you could probably just as well have gone with that bandeau strapless bikini top, because yeah, this is like, I mean, it adds a little bit of a cuteness factor, but I don't think they do a lot of supporting. They just add some interesting tan lines, like a little farmer's tan, right? Because you get white on your shoulder, but like everything else gotta be a little bit more tanned. So just keep that in mind. I thought it looked cute though, and I mean, since I had tried that strapless one and it was like, you know, because I don't really like a strapless bikini top and the straps didn't really do much. That's why I wanted to try this one, because it was different and I hadn't done that before. I hadn't tried it. But yeah, you could also as well just wear it like this, because that's kind of doing the same support-wise. So support is definitely more of a light support, I would say. Although, you know, I mean, not so bad. I've definitely had worse. And we do have like a 2-layer situation here. I like that it's a nice square neckline, like it's kind of flattering, especially for a small chest. Don't like that the inside is kind of like folding out like this. I've been trying to adjust it a little bit, but it always goes back to that. So that kind of folds over, but it should be more like this in a way. But that's just what it does. And then we do have this 2-layer situation. So you have a little silicone here at the bottom, and then underneath, yes, they're a little bit wonky here, but underneath you have this kind of shelf bra with the elastic here. So that is that. And removable cup pads, which we did not have on the little kind of bra top. And then in the back you have the same design, though we do have that little kind of corset inspired tie detail, so you can tighten it a little bit if you need to. I feel like this is definitely wider, so we have a lot of like more crisscross going on here, covering a little bit more of the back for sure. And yeah, overall, I mean, is it an amazing bikini top? Maybe not, because those straps are just falling off. And like I said, I don't have narrow shoulders. Like, I do not think so. But like it's covering you decently, like it also stays put there except for the sleeves. It has this cute square neckline, it's a little bit more longer, and you're definitely like, you know, no side boob happening, maybe a little bit of cleavage up here, but that's about it. So that is good. And I think the strappy situation in the back is cute, but maybe because the straps don't do much, either the long sleeve could have been cute, or just like this thing but without the straps. Like, yes, it looks cute, but like if they keep falling off my shoulders, like, which is happening, especially when you're swimming, right? I feel like they're definitely not gonna stay put. Like, I'd have to try. Maybe if you have them on in the beginning and then you do your breaststroke movements, they could kind of stay up there. But like, I can see them sliding off easily. Although maybe if you get wet, right? Then maybe the water helps like keeping that a little bit more stuck to you. I don't know. I have to try. But I'm not 100% convinced of the sleeves because they just kind of fall off a little bit. But yeah, the print is cute. I'm not sure if it works so well if you're like pale like I am, but I think it's a cute design. And let's move on. All right, and of course I got a matching bottom. This one I tried last year, I think, but I did like it, so this is why I decided to get this one again. And this is the Crisscross Hourglass Cheeky Bikini Bottom in Floral Haze again in a size medium. And here we go. So this one is still like a more covering option, just because, you know, that's what I usually reach for a little bit more than the cheeky options, and I do have plenty of cheeky options as well, so I didn't need to get more cheeky options, but there's more cheeky options if you want them. A little bit less high-waisted options, a little bit, you know, just more revealing things, but not like a triangle bikini bottom thing with the strings on the side. They don't have that, but they have two options that are a little bit less covering and one that is more covering. And this one has this crisscross hourglass thing that they have, this crisscross waist basically, which is fun. And then we do have a high leg cut here, again lined with that pink on the inside, not the print, which I think is a little shame because I'd prefer it to be lined with the print because, as I mentioned before, my butt usually starts eating things and then I might roll over and then you can kind of see the pink, which, yes, it matches the print, but it's not the print. And then we also do have a little top seam here, and in the back you have a seam here in the middle again, and it kind of has this crisscross V here. And we do have a little Popflex metal logo again. And of course also some seams here on the sides, but again, they're not too, they don't seem too uncomfortable, I think. And it's kind of like a proper like waistband, like in a legging, but it's in your bikini bottom. And medium stands for mermaid, by the way, in case you didn't know. I think those are specific names that they have for the swimwear. I feel like they're different for their activewear, because I believe M was medium and S was stunning otherwise. But of course they adjusted a little bit for the swimwear to match like the swim theme, the water theme. And yeah, so these I've tried before. Let's see if they fit the same. And I'm just seeing like, this is a little weird. Yeah. So I'm like a little, of course I'm a little picky. But if we look at this, do you see it? There's like little white dots here, so it's like it didn't print properly. And I mean, it's a minor thing, but it's there. I can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it for sure. I don't like that. Or no, it feels like, because it's on both sides. I'm not sure if you can see it on both sides, but it's kind of like on both sides. So it's as if something happened to it there. I don't know. Maybe I'll complain about it. Because, like, you know, it's not cheap swimwear. It's not, like, super expensive swimwear. It's, like, but, like, for swimwear, it's not the cheapest, I would say. Do I have, like, the little slip of how much it costs? No. I don't. But, you know, you'll find the information on the screen. So I'm like, yeah, it should be perfect for that price. But let's see what their customer service says. Again, if I hear something from them or if I've contacted them before this video comes live, I can put the information on the screen. Otherwise, maybe you'll hear about it, maybe you won't. Yeah, but anyway, let's see it on. All right, so these bottoms I did try the year before already, and I liked them. I like that we have this little V. It's like a crisscross, like kind of like the leggings are, right? If you have a V waist. Definitely comes a little bit lower than when you would have it on a pair of leggings, because then, you know, that's a little bit more high-waisted. But it is high-waisted here on the sides and also in the back. And that's also very important for me, that it's like nice and high in the back. I hate it when things are like kind of just like pulling low in the back. That's not my thing. We also have decent coverage here. They come up a little bit higher on the leg, but also not super high leg cut, but you know, enough. I think it's still flattering. And then in the back, a little bit more cheeky, but for me that's also fine. And then there's a seam here in the middle, and I feel like that kind of prevents it from rolling too much, because I otherwise have always like a bit of issue with rolling here. Now it's happening a little bit, but like not to an extreme. And I feel like it's the seam that's kind of helping with that for sure. We also do have a little top seam here, but like it's not cutting in or anything. And yeah, this is kind of like an overlap situation. And I did reverse the, like I feel like the green you could kind of reverse, but I wouldn't do that with this bottom because there's a lot more seams on the inside. So I don't think you could do it with this one successfully. I mean, you can always try, but I don't think it's going to be good. Right, so yeah. And then we also, of course, do have that little metal logo here up top. And yeah, overall, I like these ones. I think I preferred the other bottoms a little bit more just because they felt a little bit more comfy, but these ones are also really, really nice. And the print is cute. Like I said, not sure if it works for my skin tone, but it's cute. I'm still gonna wear it. Like, can't prevent me from doing that. But yeah, let me know. What do you think? Okay, and I have one last piece left. I know I said I didn't get the one piece, but I did get the Minimoon short sarong. And I do think I got the Minimoon short sarong last time as well, but it looked cute, so I was like, okay, we'll get it again. This is a one size fits all thing, or one size supposedly fits all. And this color is pink lavender, so I think this is the color on the inside, it's like the lining color of this floral haze print. Because like it wasn't entirely pink, but if they call it pink lavender, that makes sense. Let's see it open. Or open, let's see it open. Let's see it out of the package. And here we go, that's the pink lavender color. I will say, for the amount of money this thing costs, I feel like you get this for like 10 bucks at the, like any, like store around the beach promenade thing, you know? Not sure if I'm very convinced of this for the price point that it is. They also do have this like vacation dress, I forgot what it's called, but like it's, I'm just gonna insert a picture here. And that one, I think that's the same material, and for that price, I'm like, no thank you. And yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, I feel like last year that one had a little bit more substance, but that was also printed last year. Like it had this blue and white, like flowery floral print. But this is like literally like, I mean, I could get this, or like, you know, sometimes when you bought the, or when I was a small girl, like when I was a girl, when I was a teen or something, like sometimes the magazines came with like a little thing, like a little scarf or whatever. I feel like that's the same quality of fabric. So yeah, this is apparently made from 100% cotton, but of course, you know, there's different qualities to cotton, and yeah, this is just not it. I felt 100% cotton before many times, and this is one of the less quality ones. Like, it's not particularly soft. It's like, it has like a little rough feeling to it. Not convinced of the piece for this price. Like I said, if it had been 10 bucks, you know what? Sure, it's fine. But now I actually want to check how expensive this was, because it definitely was more than 10 bucks. And just give me a second and I'll check that out. All right, here we go. I finally found it. And it still shows me prices in Swedish krona. I'm not in Sweden anymore, but sure. It says it was 384 Swedish kroner, so that is definitely way too much for this. That would be around, what, $30 US or something? And yeah, not worth the price, I'm telling you. Like, it has apparently 9 5-star reviews and 2 4-star reviews. So someone just complains about it being definitely mini and not like, you know, covering up a lot, and that was someone looking smaller than, you know, the one size fits all. Like, not some, you know, it's definitely not gonna be like, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, we just say it's cute and matching the swimwear and adorable, and yeah, I don't know. Like, but a lot of the reviews are for last year's. So the first one that comes up is, yeah, they're all for last year, so maybe not a lot of people bought it from this year, but like, I also don't remember having the same issue with it from last year. I felt like that one was pretty good, but I'm not convinced of the quality of this one, so I do not recommend this one. Just telling you how it is, but let's see it on. All right, we have our little sarong here. I feel like the color is, I don't know, it feels more intense than the matching piece, but I mean, I guess the matching pieces also do have that intense color in there, so it makes sense. And yeah, you should definitely take off that tag, I think. Unfortunately, this is not as easy to take off as on the swimwear, because it's not like sewn on there just by some threads, but it's actually in there. So I feel like that wasn't well thought out. But yeah, so this is a one size fits all. And I don't think, I mean, I never think one size fits all fits everyone. Like, kind of like not possible, right? But we will see. Now we have the little pretty tag somewhere there. So what are we thinking? Like, I guess there's nicer ways of tying this, making like a little bow here on the side. We'll just try that. And yeah. See, now I need to hide. This tag is just popping out. I don't want you. I don't want you there. There we go. So yeah, what are we thinking now? Like, I mean, I like having a little bit of a cover up sometimes just because, you know, it's nice to not be like running around completely half naked all the time. Does it cover a lot? No. Would it cover a lot if you were like a extra large or a double extra large or a triple extra large? Certainly not. So yeah, I don't think it's a one size fits all situation. Like, I feel like for me, it's okay now. Like, I think it covers my butt a little bit. Doesn't get the other cheek fully, but you know, I can probably adjust that a little bit if I want to. Covers this area a little bit as well. And it is very lightweight, but like I said, this cotton feels like it should not cost as much as it did. I stand by that. It's like not a super special piece. Yes, it's great that this pink color matches the print, but like, especially because this print is kind of like a watercolor-esque print with like a lot of different shades of orange and pink in there. You can easily find something else that matches if you really want a sarong cover-up style thing. So that shouldn't be difficult at all. And yeah, if it happened like 10 bucks, 15, I wouldn't have minded, but like, it's a little pricey for what it is. And yeah, it's kind of also like, you know, one size fits all is not, yeah, it's not reality. Let's be real. It's not gonna happen. It is cute, but like, if I think about the price, it's not as cute anymore. All right, it's conclusion time. Just showing you the little pile of things here. I'm really, really happy we got some colors and this little pink print. I thought that was really cute. And then of course, black and white, I get it, you know, that sells probably very well because people like basic colors and it's just easy to, you know, pair that with whatever you want. I also do like ribbed fabric for swimwear. I think it's really, really nice, or I like a ribbed fabric in general. But the normal swim fabric is also perfectly fine. And most pieces I was happy with, except with the sarong. Like I said, I think that one was definitely overpriced. And this is the exact same material that they used for that vacation dress. So do not buy that one because that one it's just very overpriced. Like, I cannot recommend this at all. I think, oops, I think the swimwear is actually fine. Like, last year I was also very positively surprised by the swimwear. And to be fair, the sarong then was also much, much better than it is now. So I don't know what happened, but like, this is the same material as they used on that dress. They also used that same material on that dress last year already, by the way. So I think just because they had a print on it last year, that's why it was slightly different. But yeah, this is not worth 30 bucks. For sure not. This is 10 bucks tops. Like, that's it. That's how much I would pay for it. I think they're overcharging on this piece for sure. And they're also overcharging badly on that dress. Like, I'm kind of curious to see if people are saying, because I feel like a lot of people that leave reviews are just like very overly positive, you know? And yes, the dress has like, let me see, on the reviews, it has like 4.5 out of 5 stars. And if that's the material and they're charging like about 60 some bucks for this, like, I'd be very unhappy with that, you know? But yeah, people apparently seem to like it. Someone gave it 5 stars with the heading of the review is, it's a shirt, alas, a glorious one. So if it's a shirt, not a dress, why are you giving it 5 stars, huh? See, I'm going to check out those 4 3-star reviews. Someone says very baggy in the wrong places, but this is also from last year, you know? It's okay. Definitely wouldn't prioritize buying this. Very short. And someone also said, you know, it's material very see-through and very unflattering. I don't know. It's, I would not spend this much money on it. If you get it on sale, the dress for like 15, 20 bucks, maybe. If you get the sarong on sale for 10 bucks, maybe. But like, do not spend that kind of money on it that they're asking, because it ain't worth it. Like, no. The swimwear, I think they did a great job there, and you know, it's so I can definitely recommend it. And I can also see that they're trying to offer different coverage options for the bottoms, different options for the tops, different cup sizes as well. So I think that's great. I wish there was also long torso options for the one piece. I feel like maybe I would have tried that if they had that. They have different coverage option for the one piece, but not like the different options for the length, you know, and that's something I need. So I feel like maybe next year we're going to get that, but, you know, so it's, yeah, there's some, like, I feel like a lot of it is positive. Definitely, I've been more lucky with their swimwear than I have been with their activewear recently. I will say that a lot of things have been flops for me. I'm also going to link my Popflex playlist up here in case you want to check that out. But there's been quite a few things where I wasn't so convinced, or the sizing is very inconsistent. So I've definitely had like joggers in a medium that were like kind of tight and like didn't fit properly, even though according to the size chart, that's my size with Popflex for my bottoms. I've had sports bras in a small that were like way too loose, even though I'm a size small according to the size chart for my tops. So, you know, it's not very consistent at all. And some other people have complained about this as well. But I feel like with the swimwear, it has been working out. And I mean, I'm saying this with it has been working out, like this is the second time I'm buying swimwear from them. This is the second time they're doing swimwear. So, you know, it's not like a big sample size, you know? Scientifically, this is not a good analysis because I don't have enough sample size to, you know, make it representative. But so far, I'm liking their swimwear, and I'm assuming they're planning to do another round of swim next year as well. And I would definitely purchase swim from them again. Would I purchase cover-ups from them again? Maybe not, because this thing is like, yeah, I don't know. It might have put me off their cover-ups. Like the mesh dress, for example, looked kind of cute, but like, you know, I didn't really have any use for it. So if they did something else with mesh, maybe I would try it, but maybe like not this kind of like cotton rag. I'm sorry. No, I'm actually not sorry. I mean, they're selling it for too much money, so they should be sorry, not me. But, you know, that was not great. This pile of clothes, I can get behind. That pile over there, that single piece, no thank you. I hope that made it clear. Let me know if you've tried Popflex swimwear last year or this year, or if you're interested and curious and trying it. I know some pieces have sold out, but I think they still have a good amount of stock and like some options. So I just saw a bit when I was scrolling past looking for the reviews of this vacation dress, that I think the surf shorts were sold out, at least in one color that I saw. Because, you know, people wanted more covering options, and I mean, they tried to deliver. But yeah, let me know if you've purchased from them before, if you're thinking about purchasing. Last year, I know they also restocked their swim, and I feel like they had a better stock this year, which is great, you know, that they're trying to make sure that that they can meet the demand. Yeah, but if you have any questions, like, you know, or you just want to chat about the swimwear or about anything else, or if you have any suggestions also for new brands to try, drop a comment down below. To try? Did I say to try? To try? I don't know. You know what I mean. And if you want to, you can follow me on Instagram. Probably not see the swimwear in action, but like activewear, you know. And you can also DM me there, but I'm more likely to see a comment here on YouTube. So if there's anything you want me to see, you want me to respond to, then just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think. And otherwise, thanks so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.